What is going on, buddy?
Hello.
It is Pixmarters here. And welcome back to Last Defense
Those are the
Academy.
gremlins under Takami's bed.
Oh my god. In the Atos in the closet.
No.
When we left off.
Well, not really.
When we left off.
Sorry.
When we left off. The romance is done. And the madness doth begin. With deciding not to kiss Hiruko. And getting everything that comes from that afterwards. And now we are getting the truth. But now we have free time for the first time in like a long time, even after all of the lore dropped. So now we're here making gifts and stuff. I wonder quick though if I can stop by one of the rooms and...
Was there no free time in the romance route?
Nope.
I thought there were a couple.
I think that was before it became the romance route.
Oh.
I think that was before we decided to kiss Hiruko in those like first couple days. But ever since then, no. All right. Do I have enough stuff to make magic happen? It seems like it. Kyoshka can become maxed out. And we can get it done aside from these extra things here, which I guess since they cost only points, I can do because I'm a millionaire. And we can make everyone... that'll be a secret achievement in the game to make everyone the best, like no one ever was. Something tells me not.
What do you mean millionaire? No, you're not.
Well, I mean, I'm rich enough.
You have
know?
770,515.
It's close enough.
You're a thousandaire.
I'm a many 100,000-aire. This is gonna take me way too much time to get absolutely nothing in turn, isn't it? I don't have time for this. All right.
Really? You stop on Yugamu? You might as well just slap me in the face.
Wait, did I do Yugamu or not?
I think you were on Yugamu and then you like
I feel
stopped.
like. Did I get Yugamu? It's because I felt. It's because I filled the buff.
Okay,
He's good.
good.
He's good. He's good. He's good.
Good.
All right. Let's focus today on making gifts. Hello, daughter. How are you feeling today?
Yeah. Oh. The atmosphere's getting more intense, just the way I like it.
Of course. And now.
But we know
Moko.
that's not true.
Exercise books, wrestling magazine. I can make that. Have fun. Here you go, Moko.
Oh boy.
Today, Moko.
Today.
This is fabulous!
You're welcome. Another one? Another one.
Ooh.
Perfection. All right. And now, come on. There we go. Let's get through this and get to the nitty gritty. Moko, Mojiro, apocalyptic maiden of destruction. Crafting completed. Oh wow!
Oh,
How do you know me so well? All right.
Have you been stalking me?
No. But I'm following you closely because you die half the time. Hiruko said
Put bubble wrap around her.
Hiruko said we'd talk more tomorrow. She's finally started telling me stuff, so I don't think she's about to go back to that promise now. I had no choice but to trust her. I crawled into bed and let myself drift off, wondering what revelations tomorrow would bring. It's going to be pain and destruction.
No. Not necessarily.
We shouldn't have any fighting going on for a few days. So...
Keyword should. Not.
Yeah, as long as we didn't change anything from discussing things, then day 16, I think, is what is next. So Hiruko called on me after breakfast. She told me to meet her in the entrance hall. It looks like she's already here. Huh? Are we going on another field trip? Exploring outside today?
Don't you want to hear the rest of my story?
Yeah, of course.
Then don't ask questions and follow me. Don't forget your fire extinguisher.
Hiruko walked away at a brisk pace. I grabbed an extinguisher and hurried after her. I assume we're going to the lab. So she can explain all of that to us now.
Mayhaps.
Because... so where are we going?
oh,
Why are you always so dense? I know what you want to ask me. We're going to the one place where I can properly explain things.
You mean the old lab?
Oh.
Better than giving you a lobotomy. Labotomy. That was a joke.
Yeah, I didn't think she was being serious. It was just so weird to hear Hiruko joke about anything.
Now stop wasting time with your nonsense and let's get going.
Let's go. Nonsense. I didn't even say anything. But Hiruko was already on the move, too far away to hear any protest I might voice. Sheesh. I muttered my complaints to the air instead and followed after her. On the way to the lab, I filled Hiruko in on what happened in the timeline with the zombie outbreak. Like she told me yesterday, she didn't have any memories of the second half of that timeline. Or more accurately, of anything that happened after she was zombified. Yeah, great times. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks. But wait, the little mole, and that's all that matters.
Yes. Oh, right.
Yeah, that's all that matters too. Right through the fucking dome. Take it. Don't like that. Fuck you. Goddamn. Fucking feral ass
yeah,
cock over there.
Remember Gaku was like, Tsubasa, my love.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
The Geek Queen.
Fuck you. Get out of here.
It's just like I thought. Those zombies were created by the Gi parasites. It all began with the Alpha 1 and Alpha 2 specimens Darumi and Gaku brought back.
Thanks, guys. You fucked it all up.
Alpha 2 was already in its male spawning phase. It laid its eggs in the bodies of our dead friends, including me.
Oh?
Then those eggs hatched into male Gi and burrowed into the corpse's brains, temporarily reanimating them.
Uh-huh.
That also explains one of the biggest mysteries around here.
It does? Which one?
Oh?
You're better off not knowing. But I know you'll only keep pestering me about it, so I'll tell you later.
I think it's the fact that we have multiple versions of our friends wandering around, potentially. When we arrived at the lab, Hiruko dispelled her class armor. I did the same. Why did we change back into our regular clothes?
We can't put on a leap suit while wearing class armor. I don't think we'll actually need the suits this time, but it's just force of habit.
Why don't they work if you got class armor on?
Leap suits have the ability to repel hemoanima. We learned that.
Uh-huh.
They're not affected by attacks from class weapons. If you tried to put one on in class armor, the two surfaces would refuse to touch each other, like magnets with the same polarities.
And doing a parallel leap without one of those suits is a bad idea, right?
Oh?
You shouldn't need you shouldn't need to ask me that. You've already experienced leap damage firsthand. Leap damage.
Leap what?
What happened to your brain? Leap damage is what happens if you parallel leap without a leap suit.
It was the leap damage. You've mentioned this leaping stuff a couple times now. What does it mean? What does it mean?
That's what I brought you here to explain. Are you familiar with the concept of parallel universes?
Yeah, Eito told me about them in the first cycle. They're basically alternate realities, right? Are you saying the different timelines we've experienced are the same thing?
Exactly. If it helps, you can think of parallel universes as the worlds of other timelines.
So, parallel leaping is...
Just like the name implies, it's the process of traveling or leaping to a parallel universe.
Leaping kind of implies we're going pretty far. People call trips through time leaps sometimes, right? Is it anything like that?
No, the direction is completely different. A time leap means going forward or back in time. A parallel leap is more like horizontal movement. Or like changing trains to ride a different line. We can't use parallel leaps to go back to the past or forward to the future. Instead, we move to the same place and the same point in time, but on a different timeline.
This is very Zero Escape-esque of the chart right there. I'm just having like PTSD. But, I'm gonna put something here just for the sake of trying to, like, I'm sure it'll get explained at some point here, but to try and make sense of something that we know now, is that Hiruko with this machine can do parallel leaps, which only takes you to the same day in a different timeline. But we know there's more to it than that with Eito, because Ato knows of something. Well, I guess he could just have different timeline understanding and... oh God, my brain. I'll let them go.
I'm not even trying to think about it yet. Take a look at this diagram.
Look at this diagram.
Nope. Let's say we leap from timeline A at 1:01 a.m. We'd arrive in timeline B at the same time, 1:01 a.m.
Oh.
Essentially, our coordinates in time don't change, only the world that we inhabit. There's another difference, too. A time leap would be like your journey back after the first cycle, only your consciousness was affected. It's not like you got into a time machine and physically went back in time. But that's not the case with parallel leaps. When we leap, our bodies are traveling to those alternate realities. And the thing that makes that possible is the PLM.
Oh.
You've probably guessed from the PL part, but it stands for Parallel Leap Machine.
The pleep. Wait a minute. You mean that night, just after midnight on day 5?
The pleep? Where's the P? It's PLM. It's plum.
We leapt to another timeline? I don't know, it sounded fun to say.
What the fuck? You only just figured that out. You really are slow sometimes.
Where did we go, though? Which timeline was it? The answer to my question, Hiruko took out of a handheld device and showed me the screen. What?
Whoa.
What's this?
Okay.
Now it's getting meta.
A map of the different timelines based on the machine's data. The timeline we went to that night was Hunt Mystery.
Hunt what?
It's a timeline that splits in two on day 25. One of them you don't remember yet. We're forced to participate in a killing game called the Invader Hunt. I call that branch the Hunt timeline. The other branch you should remember. It's the one where Gaku was killed on day 5, and Kako's body was found on day 27. You investigated the matter and figured out that it was Shoma who killed Kako. But then Shoma himself was killed. This time you pinned Ava as the culprit. But then she self-destructed, and things only got worse from there. Yeah, they did. You were beset by a whole host of mysteries, but still did your best to solve them. That's why I call this branch the Mystery Timeline.
The Hunt and Mystery timelines, huh?
Oh.
That's right, and this is the line that both of them split off from. So I combined the names together, making this the Hunt Mystery Timeline.
And that's the one we went to?
Yes, on day 5, just after midnight.
But why did you want to go there anyway?
I had 2 objectives. One was to prevent Gaku's death. The other was to do something about Omega.
Oh, wait. Omega? Who's that?
I'm trying to remember.
Omega that's the Gi situation. For a moment, Hiruko hesitated.
Omega is the one who killed Gaku.
You mean X? Isn't that what the mastermind behind the murders in that timeline was called?
No, X and Omega are different people. Omega had his brain infected with Gi data. There was no physical parasite there, but it was just the same as if he'd been taken over by one. That's what drove him to murder Gaku. Even if I hadn't dealt with him, he would have tried to kill again. That's why I went to that timeline, to remove the Gi data from Omega's brain. You mean that Takumi?
I was gonna say, at that point, that does point the finger
That is
at
that
us.
Takumi. Because remember, she straight up said, the Gi's not in there anymore, but its data is still in there. She told us all about that
Now,
in that timeline.
There was also something that happened that I was reminded of from a comment a while ago. But on that night that we leapt to, where, we were there and, Hiruko's trying to do the machine, we got choked out and all that. In the real timeline, Takumi, that's when he heard the weird sound outside his door. And when he went outside, he got clonked in the back of the head.
Oh.
And then he was knocked out for the rest of the night. So we don't really know what was going on with Takumi on that day. But we just have that information to run off of on that one.
Oh.
That was the time of what happened on day 5 there. where we had a really weird reaction because we also later on were like, what was all that? What was that about? Because we never got an answer for that.
Hiruko could have done that.
It's very possible,
After choking
yeah.
us out and making us unconscious, she's like, I need to knock out the other one now, too.
Maybe. But I think you said that already. Those are my goals, right?
I was pretty sure, yeah, I said that.
Honestly, I still didn't get it. I waited for her to carry on.
Oh.
On day 4, you saw me and Sire talking, yes? The thing he gave me that day was a cerebral glitch repair program.
All right.
Or rather, a thumb drive with the program loaded onto it. I couldn't have erased the GI data without that.
Why did Sarah even have something like that?
That's a matter for another day. The important thing is that he handed it over. Once I had that program, I jumped to the Hunt Mystery timeline at midnight on day 5, just like you saw.
Hiruko went on to tell me what happened after that. During that time I lost track of her. First of all, she went back to the school and rang Omega's doorbell.
Yeah!
She hid on the dorm roof and waited for the murderer to come out. She then dropped down and knocked him out with a strike to the back of the neck.
There it is.
With Omega unconscious, all that was left was to take him to the infirmary and help run the repair program on him. But then the GI data in his brain took over. He got up, grabbed Hiruko's arm, and threw her against the wall. I was still down in the morgue at the time, freaking out over seeing Ato's body. Of course, now I realized that was the Ato from that timeline, not the one I knew. And that time I must have decided to kill him on the night of day 2 and absorb his crypto globe, and you damn right did. So it was only natural that his corpse would be there. Anyway, that was when I heard the noise. Turns out it was the sound of Hiruko crashing into the wall upstairs. When I went out into the corridor, I heard another noise. It must have been the infirmary door opening.
That was when Omega got away from me. He must have realized there was someone else around and ran. Of course, I didn't actually see any of this. That blow against the wall knocked me out. Oh.
And the next time you came to was when I was holding you?
That's right. Then I kicked you in the stomach and tried to break that little matchstick you call a neck.
Because you might have been the other one. Couldn't you try to sound a little more sorry about that?
I already apologized.
Yeah, but you never told me why you did it.
What do you mean? Haven't you figured it out yet?
I had a bad feeling about this. A chill ran down my spine and I broke out in goosebumps.
After you blacked out and I got a proper look at you, I noticed something. We've never heard this music outside of its proper thing, have we? There was a purplish rash on your face. That's one of the symptoms of leap damage. That's when I realized I'd made a mistake. So I released you and went to look for Omega instead. I knew where he'd be, the classroom on the first floor. From the way things played out before, he was bound to show up there eventually. I got there as fast as I could, but...
I was too late. When I opened the door, I saw Gaku's body, covered in blood, and standing above him was Omega, still waving around a kitchen knife.
Please, don't tell me. Was Omega?
I'm sorry, but it's true.
It's you.
Omega's true identity. The person with the GI data in their brain. The one who killed Gaku. It was you. Takumi Sumino.
No, it's a lie. I won't believe it.
not the raincoat.
I killed Gaku? No, it can't be. That can't be true.
Oh, is he remembering it all now?
This might be the next story lock check. Game? Is it gonna do it? No, not yet. Okay. Ding. Not right now, sir.
Poor Takumi.
This is the second time you've done this. I'm starting to get tired of it.
I don't know, I'm sure everyone can handle hearing that they killed their friends another timeline because
Yeah.
they got G data in their
Did I
brain.
pass out back at the lab?
Yes. And I carried you all the way back.
Queen.
Huh.
I'd say that makes us even for the whole accidental strangling incident.
It's fine. I can see why you did it now.
Uh-huh.
You thought I was the me from that Hunt mystery timeline.
I sat up and got out of bed. I remembered about the other timelines I've experienced.
You said that already.
Back on day 2, yeah, but I remember more of them now.
What do you remember exactly?
Well, I hesitated. These weren't memories I particularly wanted to dredge up again.
It wasn't the Hunt mystery this time, was it? You remembered the serial killer timeline, didn't you?
The serial killer timeline. It didn't take a genius to figure out which one she meant. Except the killer wasn't Yugamu.
No.
It was me. In that timeline, I killed Ava. Then Moko. And Takemaru. And Kadada. And Shoma.
God.
And Darumi. And Ima and Kako. All of them.
We don't say Gaku's name.
Everyone.
Or Yugamu's.
All my friends.
God.
And in the end, even Nozomi. I started shivering uncontrollably. I felt off balance, like I might collapse any minute.
You alright?
I wasn't alright, not even a little, but I put my hand on my chest and forced myself to take some deep breaths.
You were probably repressing those memories until now as a self-defense mechanism. You sealed them away in a corner of your mind without even being aware of it. That's why I likened your mind to a steel shell before. But I guess you really are as fragile as a salmon roe after all.
I wasn't paying attention to what Hiruko was saying. The only thing I could hear clearly was my own raging heartbeat.
This might sound like an empty platitude, but I assure you, I say it as someone with 40 years worth of experience. Don't beat yourself up over this. It's not your fault. You aren't the same person who did those horrible things. The one who killed Gaku on day 5 was the Hunt mystery Takumi. Likewise, the Takumi in the serial killer timeline was someone completely different from who you are now. And even with those other versions of you, it was really the Gi data in their brains that made them act that way. They weren't in control of themselves. You don't have to bear the responsibility for their crimes.
My breathing finally started to slow down. I would weigh the cold sweat that had formed on my forehead. What is this Gi data anyway, and how did it get into my brain?
I didn't know either until last night when you told me about the zombie outbreak. In that zombie timeline, you were infected on day 100. The Alpha 1 Gi Queen laid an egg inside you. That egg then hatched into another queen, which burrowed its way into your brain and fused with you on a cellular level.
Okay, but right after that, the final attack began, and...
Is this the usual?
Yeah, I think it's just the usual thing. I'm going to assume that since, you know, the 10 a.m. on day 100 hit and the geese survived in that one timeline, that it went backwards with us in that moment. In our little reset that we have.
And that's why it's not physical. That's why it's the whole mental thing. Your consciousness didn't just disappear at the end of that timeline. It was brought back to the start of the loop on day 2, along with all of your memories. Our memories persist across timelines, so they must exist in our brains as some kind of cognitive data. And in this case, that data included the presence of the Gi. The parasite itself didn't travel back in time with you, but it had merged with you so completely that it was already part of your consciousness when you came back.
But isn't that going to be a problem? Doesn't that mean my brain still has that data in it, even now?
Don't worry about it. It won't take you over again. The version of you that's here now has already been treated.
Treated?
Oh.
This is a timeline from after you successfully had the Gi data removed.
There are timelines like that?
Trust me, a lot can happen over the course of 146 loops.
Wow, in a weird roundabout way, almost kind of called something before?
Really?
I don't know if you remember me talking about this before, but from the way that information is being presented, I talked about the fact that there was an order to the timelines. Because remember how I said it in a more different way where I was like saying that maybe their brains were being wiped and they were going and they were being like back to the day one over there. But that like there was an order to things. Like instead of it all being parallel in like the vertical sense that you see in the chapter select here, that it is all a giant line. Which technically, I guess, is true. Because it can only happen if timelines happen in a quote-unquote certain order. Interesting.
I don't quite get it, but I meant to tell you yesterday, but Omega, the You and the Hunt mystery timeline, has been treated now too.
Huh?
Interesting.
I had a feeling.
You remember I said I walked in on Omega killing Gaku in the first floor classroom? Before he could escape again, I ran up to him and injected him with an anesthetic that I got from the infirmary. A few seconds later, he was out cold. I hoisted him onto my back and carried him upstairs. She's so strong.
Uh-huh.
Back in the infirmary, I put him into one of the recovery drones and got to work.
So that's what happened there.
That's who was there, yeah. I still had the repair program Sirei gave me. I installed it into the Revive-O-Matic and used it to erase the Gi data from Omega. You saw me doing that, didn't you?
Oh, right. I did.
I thought maybe it was Gaku in there.
Uh-huh.
You asked me who was in the machine before. Well, it was you. The Hunt mystery version of you.
Oh.
At any rate, the treatment was a success. The Gi data was completely removed from Omega's brain. The Takumis in both the Hunt and mystery timelines that branch off from there will be fine too. We won't have to worry about them hurting or killing anyone now.
Huh?
That's good, but what did you do with that me after you finished treating him? Yes, I love this. Because it's doing exactly what I tell you about when it's time travel, because if you go back, then it's already been done. Which is why Takumi, we never had any issues with him in those timelines after, day 5 or so. He was normal, because it already happened. Alright. What happened after you finished treating him?
I took him back to his room and put him in bed, not unlike what I did with you last night.
Oh.
Then I went back to the infirmary and slapped you around until you came to. I'm assuming you remember that.
Yeah, I also remember you saying I couldn't save him. Now you've told me all this, I can see you meant Gaku. Hiruko's expression clouded over. She gave a little nod, her brows knitted together in sorrow and frustration. Hey, come on. Don't be like that. This is all my fault anyway. I was the one who killed that version of Gaku and everyone else in the serial killer timeline too.
No, you weren't the one, Takumi.
And technically, if you want to find fault, it's Gaku and Darumi for finding it and bringing it back in the first place in a single timeline. So Gaku killed himself, really. He only has himself to blame.
Natural selection. Darwinism, if you will. How many times are you going to make me repeat myself? That wasn't your fault.
It was nice of Hiruko to say that, but it didn't do any good. I still felt like I was caught in a dark, sludgy whirlpool that was dragging me down, threatening to swallow me whole.
What am I going to do with you? Remember your promise. Don't let the truth destroy you. I had a feeling you'd react like this. That's why I was keeping it from you. I just knew you'd end up feeling like you were responsible for the whole thing.
It's kind of my shtick.
Yep.
I wanted these thoughts to go away. I wanted it all to stop. It took everything I had to croak out my next words. I'm sorry, but I'd like to be alone for a while. Hiruko sighed again, shaking her head in bewilderment, but she left all the same. A cold silence fell over the room. I could have sworn I heard a heavy rumbling gurgling up from somewhere deep beneath the ground.
What?
Sound like the agonized groans of everyone who died because of me.
What the fuck?
Sad boy Takumi hours back, baby.
Oh my God.
I dropped to the floor, covered my ears, and closed my eyes. Close my eyes. Begin to pray.
You sure you're not just hungry, Takumi? That could have just been your stomach.
Hungry like red snum? All I hear are screams.
There, yep, literally.
Very accurate to that one. My head was completely empty. I didn't want to do anything or think about anything, even breathe, really. I just sat there in the corner of my room. I hugged my knees and curled up tight, wishing I could disappear while time continued to flow around me. I could hear the voices outside, my friends chatting and laughing. The sound cut into me like a knife. In another timeline, I'd been the one to steal that laughter from them forever.
Bro, relax.
He's sad boy talking me hour. Oh, at some point my room started to get dark.
Hour?
It's been a whole day.
You mean day? It's beyond hour.
The sun must be going down outside. Darkness seemed to trickle in until it filled the space completely.
Just like my soul.
Lying there in the same position for so long, I'd lost all sensation, all awareness of my body. My ass is numb because I've been sitting on the hard floor for the entire day. It didn't even feel like my body anymore.
I don't think he laid on the floor of it.
He literally said he curled up curled up his knees in the corner of the room staring at the wall.
Oh, that's what he's been doing?
The whole day.
Listen, I'm so used to him just laying down on the bed. I thought that's what he did.
Yeah, no, he actually didn't. He straight up curled up and stared at the wall. Didn't even feel like my body anymore. It was like my soul had come loose and I was staring down at my physical form from above. My visitor came in a little after that.
How long are you going to stay like this?
Forever.
Oh.
Everyone's worried about you. They think you're sick.
I am sick. Sick in the head.
You're literally not. I told them you were, anyway. I couldn't exactly tell them you were feeling guilty about things another version of you did in an alternate reality.
What do you want, Hiruko?
Oh.
I'm not here because I want to be. The others just sent me to ask you something.
Ask me what?
Tomorrow's day 15. That means there's another attack coming. They wanted to know if you'll be joining the battle.
Oh.
Are you going to abandon them? Stop!
It's the sounds he makes.
Are you going to betray them? Do you just not care if they all get killed?
They've already been killed. I killed them myself. All of them, one after another. All of them dead because of me. So I just can't. I can't do this anymore. I don't care. Just let whatever happens happen. I really can't do anything. Hiruko continued to stare at me, but there was a different look in her eyes now. There was no pity there, only contempt. When she spoke, her voice sounded hoarse, like she was holding back some strong emotion.
I'm disappointed in you. Did what you told me on day 10 mean nothing? You told me we could make the future we deserve together. What happened to all of us reaching day 100 with a smile? Hearing that is what convinced me to tell you everything. I felt like this timeline could be different. It was the first time in 146 loops anyone's ever said anything like that to me. I really thought there was something special about this timeline. About you. I thought you might be the one to finally break us out of this never-ending hell.
Oh.
And now you're giving up? Just like that?
Just like that?
How could you?
She clenched her fists. The look in her eyes had changed again. Now she's glaring at me with pure, undisguised animosity.
Huh?
You weakling! You sniveling coward! You think you get to give up and mope around for the rest of your life? Who do you think you are, Osamu Dazai? God. No, you're worse than that. You're like a mech pilot going crazy from being synced with its navigation system. Oh, where's your emo band fangirl bandaging her wrist just to fit in?
Oh.
Damn.
The you that killed everyone was a completely different person in a different timeline. And he wasn't even in control when he did it. Get a hold of yourself already.
Oh.
Don't you realize how much danger you're putting everyone in by wallowing like this? If anything is going to get them killed, it's your own negativity and self-loathing. You're sure as hell not going to protect anyone the way you are now. If you're going to allow others to protect you while doing nothing in return, you might as well be signing their death warrants yourself. You're going to get everyone killed, and you're doing it of your own free will this time. That's a complete betrayal of everything you believe in. What happened to all of us reaching day 100 with a smile? What happened to creating a future where we could all be happy? I've tried everything I could think of and nothing's worked. I can't do this alone. I need your help. You, Takumi Sumino. You're the only one who can save us.
Fuck, dude. For a moment, neither of us said anything. Hiruko's shoulders were shaking and she was breathing heavily. Her quick, shallow panting was the only thing breaking the silence. But eventually, even the sound became quieter.
I guess that's it. I can't count on you for anything. Not in this loop, or the next, or the one after that. Never again.
Hiruko turned and left the room. While she was talking, something had started to well up inside me. Now, a wild, raging energy was surging through me. I couldn't let it end like this. I didn't know what I was going to do, but this feeling inside me was getting stronger, and it had to go somewhere. Oh, I think it went into a locker. or he's running out the door. Okay.
Oh.
Before I knew what I was doing, I got to my feet and rushed out the door. Hiruko, wait! She turned around.
Oh.
She looked so sad, so tired. But I looked her dead in the eyes and let everything I was feeling come pouring out. I did mean what I said back then, and I still feel the same. I want to create a future where we can all be happy, not just for day 100, but day 101, day 102, and all the days after. Right now, I want that more than ever. These memories, this knowledge of the other timelines, they've shown me just how important that is. So, I'll fight. Not just against the invaders, or my own weakness, but an enemy even greater than that too. I'll fight the cruel destiny that's been pushed onto us. A light breeze blew across the roof, ruffling Hiruko's hair. She tucked a stray lock behind her ear and spoke, looking just a little more hopeful than before.
What are our chances of pulling that off?
Isn't it obvious? I have absolutely no idea.
What?
The future is an open book. That's how it's always been. And I want to create a totally new future. There's no telling what might happen. But even so, I'll still fight. I'll fight with everything I have. I'll fight to protect you and the others and to create a future where no one has to die. You and I are getting out of this loop.
Let's reach out and grab our future. I won't let it stay out of reach anymore.
I raised my arm and extended it towards the satellite. Hiruko did the same. Oh, same. We'll both do it. It was still hundreds of thousands of miles away, solemnly shimmering in the night sky. But somehow...
Just reach out and grab it, huh?
Yeah,
Both of us? Together?
that's right.
Together?
You really think we can do it?
I don't know. But I'll do anything to make it happen.
Anything?
Yeah.
Kiss me?
You did say anything.
Yeah, I did.
I don't like how ominous this
Yeah.
is going. Hiruko let her hand drop to the side.
Oh.
All right. In that case, starting tomorrow, you're going to be my servant.
What?
You said you'd do anything. Naturally, that includes being my slave, doesn't it?
Okay. Hold on. That's not exactly what I meant.
I'll be counting on you to get me out of this loop.
Yeah, of course, but servant thing is like...
Silence! I'm tired and I'm going to bed. I need to rest up for the battle tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, good night.
Good night. She gave me a wicked grin before going back to her room. As I watched her go, I noticed a newfound spring in her step. She really hopped up the steps. I, on the other hand, suddenly felt uneasy. I doubted I'd sleep well tonight. What do you mean, servant?
He's gonna be
Ma'am?
overthinking everything.
Ma'am, I've seen the servitude before. You put her on a leash, literally.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't still have that, do you? Oh boy. Early next morning, I woke Hiruko up and convinced her to join me in the courtyard. And we'll see what happens in this courtyard. Next time.
You didn't say, well, you know what.
It's fine. It's whatever. There's been a lot going on to process. My brain didn't even know how to what.
I locked
I don't
in.
know what.
I locked in with the voice acting.
Yeah, you fucking did.
I'm proud of myself.
Yeah, let's fucking go.
Because I was pissed at Takumi too. I'm like,
God.
this mopey motherfucker is gonna wallow after every. I channeled my own anger at him through here.
Bro is such a teenager, dude.
It's almost like he is one.
It's almost like she's a fucking almost 60-year-old woman at this point.
Don't call her that. Does
Official
it
hag
count if
status.
you're unconscious for the first for your whole childhood because you're being grown essentially?
Sounds like a 40-year-old woman right there then.
Wow. Well, I'm getting there. So